Listen, everybody needs a fairy godmother, just somebody to look out for them. Some people call me their fairy smoke mother, others their internet big sister, but you can call me Hannah, the host of Smoke Sesh. So come hang out, let's light up and talk everything there is to life. The good, the bad, the ugly, the embarrassing. I've got a story for it all. Hello, and happy holidays, my loves. Welcome back to another episode of Smoke Sesh. My name is Hannah, your host, and I am so excited to be back with you all this week. Oh my God, my schedule is completely out of routine. Listen, I love the holidays. Ooh, joy, whimsy, lights, trees, presents. Yeah, fantastic. And then I became an adult and my adult brain started forming and I was like, oh my God, routines, regularity, doing things on time. What the fuck happened to that? I understand why my mom was so stressed in the kitchen every single holiday. I was like, girl, have a drink. It's not that deep. And then now that I'm older, I'm like, oh, I get it. I understand why you're a little miserable. Okay. You're cooking about 18,000 dishes for family members you don't even like. You're having to do work on days you don't want to do work. Oh, you thought you just get time off of work? No, you still gotta work and figure out how to do it with screaming children all around you. And you have to do it on the weekends instead of the weekdays because the weekdays are saved for holiday things. I'm recording this early because I'm actually in Omaha when you'll be listening to this. Omaha, Nebraska. Yes, the beautiful land of Omaha, Nebraska. I'm visiting family. My brother, I'm going to go stay with him, celebrate the holidays a little bit. But that means, my routines are all out of sorts. They are all out of whack. And I have learned, listen, I talk about routines a lot. I have learned I love it. I love my routines. I love knowing what I'm going to have for breakfast in the morning. I love knowing what's on my schedule. I love knowing what's on tomorrow's schedule. I love clocking in and then subsequently clocking out. I love it. It's great. My brain is like, yes, we know what to expect. It's fantastic. It's fun. We have some time here. Maybe we can do something fun. Oh my gosh. But then as soon as it gets all out of whack, I feel like my life is crumbling around me. And then I'm supposed to sit here and focus on joy and whimsy. I'm like, losing it internally. Now, some of you guys might be on a holiday break from college or from school, wherever you might be, maybe even work, goddamn. And I am jealous of you. I hope you guys eat a ton of yummy holiday food. I hope you get everything you wished for under the tree because you deserve it. But yeah, with that being said, I worked last night and I was up super fucking late, probably till like 2 or 3 a.m. Whoops. It happens sometimes. It is what it is. I was having fun and once Hannah starts having fun, she can't stop having fun. And the thing is, I didn't even drink a lot, Like, I think when you think, oh, Hannah's having fun, or maybe this is what I think, it's like, oh, she's drinking a lot. That's usually what it means. No, last night I had like maybe 3 shots and not any mixed drinks, just a couple shots. And I woke up this morning, literally ears ringing, walls spinning, mouth the Sahara Desert, sweating, oily, greasy. Getting older, it's just the hangovers are really not worth it. It really takes all the fun out of drinking because I'll get one drink in and I'm like, I don't want to feel like a messy slop tomorrow. So why the fuck would I even have another one at this point? And I fear that's just growing up. So if you're young, not to encourage drinking, but if you're young and you don't have those hangovers, because I was that person at one point in time, 21-year-old Hannah, 20-year-old Hannah, anyways, ages before that, whatever. She would have, I don't know, so many different things going into her system that should not be there, that probably weren't needed to be there at all. And I would wake up in the morning and be like, the sun is out. I am alive. The birds are chirping. Let me go drive and get Dunkin' and then clock into work. I feel so rested and amazing. That is crazy to think about because there is no way in fucking hell that is going to happen now. And I'm 26. I'm talking as if I'm 82. I'm 26 and I'm feeling this way. I can't even imagine what the rest of the years are going to look like. The thing with the holiday season, though, sometimes you need a little drink to get you by, but I am planning on doing dry January. I'm looking forward to dry January. This will be my 3rd year doing dry January. Yes, 3rd year. Isn't that crazy? Time fucking flies. I feel like I've been living in a ether world for quite some time. We'll get into that in a little bit. I feel the need to start over completely on my life. I'm going to give you the deets on how I'm going to do that. But listen, getting through the holiday season, the family, the craziness, the hecticness, Mama needs a drink here and there. Okay, so dry January will make its time known when it needs to be, but for the next couple weeks, I'm going to allow myself to indulge just a little bit here and there and manage through the headaches, the hangovers that the holidays encompass. But yes, dry January, looking forward to it. If you've never done dry January, I highly recommend it. I know last episode we talked about quitting weed or taking time off from any sort of substance. And this is the perfect time to do so. January, I feel like everybody else is kind of on the same goals, the same path. So you have that kind of community excitement. You don't feel like you're going through it alone. I'm sure somebody else in the realm of existence is also doing dry January in the vicinity of where you live. The first year, it was really hard. It was very hard. And I really wanted to challenge myself the first year to think about like why I craved drinking. It wasn't that like I had a problem to per se, but it was like, why do I feel the need to do this? So I was very intentional the first year about how I went about dry January, where I was like, every time I felt like I craved alcohol or like, damn, I could really use a fucking drink, I wrote down why I was feeling that way. So sometimes it was like, oh, I'm stressed about A, B, C, or D. Sometimes it was like, oh, I'm sad and I just need to feel good. Sometimes it's like, oh, I'm with friends and they're having a drink, you know? But I realized after writing down, you know, all the times I kind of wanted to and why, the how of it all, I went back through it after dry January was over, which the funny thing about taking time off, it usually lasts longer than a fucking month. I think I went a full 3 months the first year. I went back through my list and I was like, okay, let's see the common denominator here and why it keeps popping up and why it keeps happening. And it turned out for me, it was more of like a coping mechanism that I use for stress. So taking that time away gave me opportunities to learn more about myself, my behaviors, my compulsions, because best believe I have plenty of those, and maybe kind of redirect in a healthier manner and redirect to some healthier ideas, healthier ways of coping instead of just like chugging a shot of vodka, which also, maybe I'm crazy for this, but my go-to drink when I do drink is vodka. I think I've been in the restaurant industry so long, any of the aperitifs, the usual aperitifs people go for, can't do it. Whiskey, can't do it. I grew up shooting whiskey with my old bartender like at fucking 18 at in the restaurant industry. I can't do it. I can't even smell it. It makes me nauseous. The only thing that doesn't is vodka. And that's like real alcoholic hours. It's like, what do you mean you're drinking lukewarm vodka with a splash of pineapple? So yeah, my body, my brain, I'm looking forward to it this year. Last year, I learned about kind of more so not the compulsion aspect, but actually incorporating those tools and those coping mechanisms that I discovered the first year. And now that I have both of those things under my belt, locked and loaded, okay, I am very excited for this year because I feel like I've set myself up for success where I have fully understood myself. I fully understand why. And I'm just like genuinely looking forward to taking a break, taking some time off and using that as an opportunity to focus on me, myself, and I. So if you've been thinking about it and you want to do it together, join me. It'll be fun. It's like I said, it's funny how dry January then turns into like sober February and then it just keeps spilling into the other months. It's important to take time away from things that you maybe are too indulgent in and to be aware of those behaviors. So That's what's on the forefront of my fucking mind today, that's for sure. Since I'm filming this early, I did not upload the questionnaire, so sorry, but I am going completely vibes based. This is a intuitive episode. If you've ever heard of one, I am literally reaching out into the void, speaking to the universe and asking, what do the fucking girls need to hear? What do they need to hear? Okay, approaching the end of the year, approaching holiday season. Speaking of, if you're looking to gift your lover something so amazing this year, or you need a little self-care, a little self-love, join the Patreon, patreon.com/smokesesshotty. We have a lot of fun over there. New Year's coming up. We have the winter solstice coming up. Oh my God. Actually, the winter solstice just happened. We'll talk about that in a second. New Year's goals, New Year's planning, New Year's spells, extra episodes. Literally so much is going on over there. Come join. We'd love to have you in the community. The girls have a blast on the Patreon, and I'm sure you would love to as well. But I did share a little winter solstice spell / ritual that I wanted to go over with you guys here. You can still do it even though it's usually supposed to be done. It's called the 13 wishes. So it's done on the winter solstice, and it's 13 days that then leads up to the new year. So that's why it's 13 wishes. You can start this whenever you want. It just might not be 13. You're going to count from whatever day you start on up until the new year. So maybe it's 7 wishes. Maybe it's 10 wishes. It's okay. We can kind of navigate and adjust where we need to. But it is a very fun ritual to do leading into the new year. And my first year doing it was last year. I did not accomplish it. I did not accomplish it, but that doesn't mean that some of the wishes didn't come true. So here's the thing. Depending on how many days you got, you write down one wish on a slip of paper. Okay, so if you're doing 13, you write down 13 different wishes you have for the new year. Dream big, okay? Nothing is off the table. Listen, the universe is on your side, and it wants to spoil you. It wants to make everything that you could possibly even imagine a reality. So do not hold yourself back ever when it comes to wishing. Bitch, if you had a genie in a bottle in front of you and it said you can have anything you want, are you going to hold yourself back and be like, well, I don't know if I can have this thing? No, you're going to be like, I need $1 million cash right fucking now. I don't know how I'm going to get it, but it's going to be right in front of me. So dream big, okay? 13 wishes, write them down on slips of paper. And then each evening leading up to the new year, you burn one slip of paper, okay? You burn it away. That is what the universe is going to take care of. On the last day, the 13th day, which is New Year's Day, you are left with one slip of paper. Open up that piece of paper. That is your one goal for the year. That is what the universe is tasking you to handle. And the universe is saying to you, if you handle this, I'll take care of the rest, baby girl. Don't even worry about it. I'll make sure the rest comes true. You just handle this one thing right here. Make sure you have the list written down somewhere else so you can kind of go back through and at the end of the year really focus and readjust. But last year, the wish that I was tasked with coming true for myself was, drumroll please, and like I said, dream big, getting a house. That was my one big wish, getting a house. So I opened that up on New Year's Day and I was like, okay, Hannah, the universe is telling you can have this. You just need to do it yourself. You just need to go after this one thing. Everything else will fall into place. Everything else will happen. You just need to handle this one thing. And I got to work. I'm not even kidding. I got to work. I was like, all right, I'm getting a house. I don't know how I'm doing it. I don't know where it's going to be. I'm getting a fucking house. Obviously, you're looking behind me like, bitch, you're still in the same place. Yeah. I mean, I tried. I was literally in negotiations for a house for upwards of a month. Like, and thank God, if I'm being honest, that it didn't come true because, like, I'm going to move soon. I do not need a house at all, but I think I've made a home. So, although it's like I didn't get a house maybe in the way I was imagining, I have made my home more structured than I ever have in my entire life, where it's like I feel comfortable where I am, in the space that I am, in the body that I am, in the mind that I am. I feel like I've built a home out of it. But did I necessarily accomplish that one wish that I was looking for? No, I did kind of give up on it. The universe granted me some of the wishes that I dreamed of, but not all of them, obviously, because I didn't do the one thing. But I'll go ahead and read you my 13 wishes from last year and tell you what actually did come true. Number 1 on the list, new luxury car. What do I have parked outside? New luxury car. Was it the way I thought I would ever get it? No. You guys remember last year when my car got stolen and then I was panicking, running around like, holy shit, where the fuck is my car? And also I don't have it. Not, I had insurance, but it was just like liability. So I couldn't get any money out of it, even if I did find it. And it was kind of just like a really old, beat it up car, which, like, if you are young and broke, drive that thing with pride until it crashes to the ground. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with it. But I kept saying in the back of my head, I want a Mazda CX-5. I want a Mazda CX-5. I want a Mazda CX-5. Car got stolen 2 days later. I'm like, fuck it, there's one listed, it's the cheapest I've ever seen in my entire life, let's go buy it. Interior color I wanted, exterior color I wanted, minimal miles, fantastic new luxury car. Done. Number 2, financially successful off my art. You know what? I would say yes. I would say I am. Do I still work many other jobs on the side? Yeah. That's just my own mental illness getting in the way. But I do make money doing what I love, and I think that is most important. I think I'm going to keep this wish for this year. I might rewrite it back down because I've been getting into painting and I would love to start maybe making money and be financially successful off fine art. So I will adjust, but the universe did bless me with that second one. Number 3, physically in the best shape of my life. ... Motherfucker, I used to run cross country. I obviously am not in the best shape of my life. And I don't even know if the universe could have granted that one. Like, bitch, get to work. But I remember when I would wake up at like 8 a.m. and go run 11 miles. Who was I? Obviously, no. Best shape of my life? No. But do I feel good in my body? Yes, I do. Number 4, travel to 3 different places. I did not do that. Well, maybe if you consider places within an hour distance, but I did go to Japan, and I think that is the equivalent of traveling to 3 different places in the United States. And I'm so thankful for that trip. I literally think about that trip every single day. I cannot wait to go back. So kind of came true, kind of didn't. That's okay. Another year, more opportunities. Number 5, which is the one that obviously I slipped up on, have my own house. Yeah, no, mama is not ready for a house yet. Not in Kansas City. Baby girl needs to get out of here first. Number 6, big savings account. Ooh, we're getting there. Number 7, healing and healthy. I'll say yes to that one. Number 8, learn more. I have been on my reading grind. This year I did challenge myself to read 1 book a month, and I did that easily, very easily. I think I'm going to add 2 books a month to my roster now, just because I crave a good paperback book. There's nothing better than just like being stuck in bed with a book in hand. Like, no one talk to me, no one speak to me. I can barely get up to go to the bathroom because this book is so good. Yeah, I love that. It is just so nice and cathartic. Also, learning more. I've been taking more classes. Like, I started horseback riding lessons. I'm going to be taking some fine art classes on the side just to kind of like get my knowledge and technical skills back up. And I think we really stop thinking about how important knowledge and learning is when we're an adult, because you go, oh, well, I graduated college, or I got my master's or my doctorates. I know everything there is to know. Like, I don't need to keep learning. But that's not good for us. Like, we do need to be learning every single day. And the longer that I've been out of college, the more I've been craving it, just to kind of expand my knowledge, to know more about myself, to know more about the world around me. It's a gift, it's a blessing, and we really shouldn't take it for granted, no matter what you're learning about. Especially in this day and age when they want us all to be stupid. Okay. So yes, number 9, and probably the one I wished for the most. The one I really was like, God, please, if you're out there, hear my prayers. Health and peace for Danger. If you don't remember, last year Danger was going through quite the health scare. It wasn't like horrible, awful. Like, he wasn't like sick and rolling around and dying. It was just like, I know he's uncomfortable and I know it's not fun. And like a cat with, sorry, trigger warning, anal gland issues. Oh my God, what is happening? Like, literally, even my vet was like, I've only ever seen this in dogs. He's like, I am talking to other vets across the globe and my old teachers from veterinary school trying to figure this out. Like, he was locked in. I was locked in on fucking Google. Like, it took us from the end of December, middle of December, all the way until March of this year to figure out how to fully heal him and get that shit quite literally on track. All right. And it costed me thousands of dollars, hours, days of sleepless nights, of worrying, of crying, of a unnecessary anxiety condition. But I would go through it all again and spend all the money and worry as much as I did if it meant that he would get better. And he did. Thank God. He is peacefully sleeping over in his little cat nest, watching the birds, watching the squirrels, enjoying his time, pooping freely without any pain. Thank God. Amen to that. That's what I truly would wanted throughout the year. I would literally give my life for that cat. I'm not even kidding. If you don't have a pet, you just won't get it. That is my child. And I am just so incredibly happy and thankful that he is good. There's nothing like scarier or more heart-wrenching than when something or somebody you love is just going through a health scare. So if you're going through that right now, I lend you my heart. I lend you love and light. And I pray that everything will be okay in the end. So thank you, universe, for that. Number 10, grow hair long. Yes. And we will be growing it longer. No haircut. She is just going strong. I'm kind of like, at this point in time, I'm like, let's see how long we can get it. Let's see just how long we can get it, because I know my hair will stop growing at some point. I know it'll be like, this is all you're getting, bitch. You know, I don't think it's gonna grow to my feet, but I want to challenge myself and see how far I can get. I think I can get at least another 4 inches this year if it allows me. So shout out to that. 11, get tattoo apprenticeship. Oop. I have some of you guys that have been asking me about that journey. I kind of fell off on that because I kept like putting it in the distance. I kept being like, okay, well, after this, I'll go apply. Well, after this, I'll go apply. Well, after this, I'll go apply. And it kind of just got ahead of me. And then I realized, yeah, that is a great idea, great opportunity, fantastic, especially if you're into art and you're trying to make money off of your art. Tattooing is the absolutely best way to go about it. I think it's very approachable. Getting apprenticeship can be very challenging and difficult, but if you find the right shop and you keep putting yourself out there, I think you absolutely can find one. If you commit to technical skills and penmanship and a steady hand, I think you can really put your best foot forward and get an apprenticeship and make your way in the tattoo industry. But I realized very quickly, I was like, it's a lot of commitment and I don't think it's necessarily what I want to do. And that kind of made me fall off a little bit on the whole apprenticeship bandwagon. And looking back on where I was last year, where I was like, this is it. I'm getting an apprenticeship. I know what I want to do for the rest of my life. It's so funny how you get that way. And then all of a sudden you're like, no, that is not what I wanted. But that's okay. Sometimes you have to go through that period of like trying things out And it's okay if they don't work. It's okay if you're like, actually, I just don't think this is for me. And I don't think it is for me. I think art is for me, yes. And tattoo artists have the best skill in the entire world. And taking about 6 months of my time last year to really practice technical penmanship and getting steady lines and like shading and shade work was a really good way for me to get back into the art scene and kind of like practice my abilities, which I'm very thankful for. But I realized I want to go more in a fine art direction. I love painting. Painting is where my heart lays. And diving into that, I mean, recently has really showed that to me. And it brought back that spark that, you know, tattooing and getting an apprenticeship started, but just it wasn't the right direction. And that's okay. You know, I think it's okay to understand this isn't for me and to move forward accordingly. So no tattoo apprenticeship for me personally, but if it's something you want to go after it full throttle. Okay. I guarantee you can make your way in the world. 12, connect to nature/spiritual. Yeah, I definitely have been more spiritual and a little more in nature than I was any of my other years. Not as much as I'd like to be. I mean, if it was up to me, I'd be rolling around in a mossy forest every single day, but that's just not how the world was cut out for you, baby girl, and that's okay. One of these days you will. I definitely want to do more of that next year, get outside more. But spiritual wise, I've been very spiritual this year, and it's been nice. I still want to dive deeper into it, spell work, things like that, but we're getting there. Every year is one step closer. Number 13, adorned in gold jewelry. Yes. Oh my goodness. I got so many new gold pieces this year. If you don't know where to find jewelry, eBay. Like, I can't even lie. eBay has the best vintage jewelry, not spons, although they should, because the amount of money I spend on eBay is insane. I just bought Prada heels off of eBay. They were such a good find. Sexy ass pointed toe white Prada heels, pristine condition. I don't care if they're fake or not. They were $50. What? Yeah, eBay, fantastic. I got I don't know if you have ever seen the little opal that I have with diamonds all around it. I got that off of eBay for like $100. Any of the gold chains I have, I've gotten off of eBay for under 100, probably under $80. My gold hoops I got off of eBay for $50. And then my other gold pieces are from Yeah It's Jewelry, where if you want really, really nice, high-end, new gold jewelry, Yeah It's Jewelry is the place to shop. But I would say, you know what? 70% of those wishes came true. And I'm happy with that. I'm satisfied with that. I'm feeling good. Those were good goals. Those were good ideas. I'm excited to wish for more this year. But it's a fun practice. It's good to set goals for yourself. It's good to kind of like get connected with yourself and build new ideas on who you want to be and who you want to become. And it's also fun to look back after the year and go, oh my God, wow. Who knew all those things that I wanted would have came true? Or thank fucking God that didn't come true. You know what I mean? It's funny how time will do that. But yes, fun activity. Highly recommend doing it with however many days you have. Just utilize the days accordingly. One wish per day. Burn that shit. Send it away to the universe on the 1st of 2026. Open it. That is your goal for the year. That is what you are being tasked with handling. And I know you can handle it. Thank God I didn't get a house though. That's one of those. I'm like, oof, dodged a bullet. I did. Because here's the thing. I'm entering an era where, and the TikTok girlies know this. Someone commented, it was like, what's Hannah's TikTok? I only know her old account. I have two. My old account is the Smoke Sesh Shoddy, where if you ever watched me in like 2021 or 2020, that's where I blew up on. But my alt account, which is the one I actually post on, is Fairy Smoke Mother, Motha, Fairy Smoke Mother. I'm entering an era where I'm like, I need to burn everything to the ground and start over. Don't worry, not this podcast. This thing will be around till I fucking die. I'm gonna be 80 years old in a old folks home, and it's gonna be me with a sparkly pink podcast mic in hand. Like, Like, this brings me so much joy. I could not even imagine getting rid of it. More so like, I need to change everything about me fundamentally and what I am doing in life because there's something silly about your mid 20s. I would say 24, 25, 26, maybe even like 23, 24, 25, 26, where you enter a limbo period. It really is a limbo period where you don't accomplish a lot, but it flies by. You know, you accomplish a lot in your early 20s where you're like, I have to figure this shit out, and I'm stressed, but I need to figure this fucking shit out. Like, I need a job, I need to do this, I need to move here, I need an apartment, you know, like all the adult things. I need insurance. Okay, you usually figure all that out in your early 20s, mid 20s, and then you hit that mid 20s limbo where you're like, I did it. I figured everything out. I did. I mean, there's always new things to learn, universe. Don't throw me lessons. Like, it's more so metaphorically. I'm like, let me be very careful with my words. But you do hit a phase where you're comfortable. So if you're uncomfortable in your early 20s, don't worry, you will get comfortable soon. But then, and this is where I am, you hit like 26, 27, 28. Okay. You're approaching 30, which is a fantastic age, and I cannot wait to be it. But you reach your end period of your 20s and you're like, oh wow, I've been doing the same thing for the past 3 years and it's felt good, but I can't live this way forever. Like, it's good for now, but I can't live this way forever. And something about that feeling makes me want to just burn everything to the ground and start over. I need to use that. I need to be very careful with my words because I live in a very old fucking apartment and this thing could go up in flames at any point in time. Not burn, but like gently restart my life in a way that just kind of like invigorates me, gets me excited about life, and brings forth newness. I think if anything, I'm just craving newness. I'm very happy with where I am, and I'm very thankful for everything I've accomplished and, you know, all the hard work that I've put into my life. It's been so good, and I completely am living the dream that I wanted to live at 13, 14. Like, it's honestly crazy looking back. But also it's like, I want more. Mama wants more. Mama needs more. And not in an unhealthy way, unsustainable way, but in a, I have to go after it. If I don't go after all of my dreams, then I am living a dishonest life. Truly. When you go against your gut feeling, go against your dreams, go against what feels good for you, you are living a dishonest life, truly. And the thing is, I have let go of many opportunities. I have, but maybe, but I shouldn't, out of fear. And that has turned me into kind of living a dishonest life of like, bitch, it's good, but it can get better if you're just brave. If you're just brave. You don't have to completely like chaotically shut your life down. But there is something about it that really just like it invigorates a spark in your soul that just gets you so empowered and so excited. I've done this once in my life. One time in my life, and it's when I dropped out of college. Nursing school. I dropped out of nursing school. It completely changed my life. Not that you need to drop out of school, but my version of kind of like burning my life down, starting over, is I am like ready to move. I'm ready to get to California. I am ready to get out of Kansas City. I am ready to just like expand my horizons in that sort of way. I'm ready to try out new forms of like putting my art out there and putting my personality out there, posting more, putting more content out there. Like, I am ready just to completely open up and be myself and go forth with my dreams, because last time I was brave enough to do this, it was addicting. It was so addicting. There was nothing better than, it was so depressing at the time. That's the thing with making hard decisions. You're like, actually, this sucks. But looking back, you're like, oh, that was so cathartic. I remember roommates in college, horrible, awful. I was like, I can't do it anymore. Nursing school is gonna fucking kill me. And these girls I live with, I like, for my own mental health, I have to go back home. I have to completely drop out. So I remember I packed up all my things. They were all in the kitchen talking. I came out and I was like, this past year has been the worst year of my entire fucking life. And I'm leaving. And you guys need to find somebody to fill this room. Thank you for being my friends. Packed my shit up. Parents came, got me, moved home. Okay. Did not feel good. Did not feel good at the time, but I knew it was what I needed. Guess what? Immediately got into art school, immediately got a serving job, immediately got to hang out with my friends who were in town, who were coming into town, making new friends in the places that I was, indulging into my art and my creativity. It was good. It was so good. At the time, hardest decision of my entire life. But I know it redirected me onto a path that I needed because I was brave enough to stand up and speak to what would make me live an honest life. I felt at that point in time I was living a dishonest life. I was around people who didn't like me. I was around professors who didn't fucking like me. I was around everybody who didn't fucking like me because I was at a Catholic school and I smoked weed and wore juicy tracksuits. Like, of course they don't like me. They'd never seen a bitch like me. I was doing fantastic in school, okay? Top 1%. Thank you very much. But yeah, it wasn't working. I felt like I was disconnected body and soul, and it felt awkward. It felt wrong. It felt dishonest. It felt like I was going against who I was, and I needed to do something. I had to. I was so miserable. I was like, fuck it. What? Just make the hard decision and do it. And I did. And everything worked out perfectly fine, amazing, wonderful. And I'm getting to that point again where it was like, I made that hard decision. I did the work. I put in the work. I entered the phase of, ooh, life is good. I'm chilling. But I've been chilling for a while now, and I'm feeling that invigorating spirit of we need to make another big change. Now, it's not something I'm going to make in a month. It might be something I make after a year. But I really am dedicating this year to kind of weeding out the unnecessary, to setting myself up. Because I think when we use the word starting over or burning down our life or making a drastic change or choosing ourselves, we think it has to be this big, chaotic, wild, crazy decision that everything needs to change overnight. That's how I thought when I was younger. So I would just blow things up on a moment's notice and just like deal with the chaos and go forward. Listen, you can do that. It is mentally very challenging. I don't know if my sanity can handle it, especially knowing how I handled it in the past with like substances and stuff. It's like, I don't need to go crazy and blow everything up. I can strategically adjust here. Recalculate here. Oh, I want to move to California. Okay, save some fucking money, bitch. Maybe fly out there a couple times, visit some places, see where you like to live, visit the neighborhood. Oh, you want to get into fine art? Okay, challenge yourself. Make 100 fucking paintings, and then make those choices step after step after step. So then it's not one big drastic change overnight, and instead you're setting yourself up for success, for a new life, for a better life, and for a more honest one, if we're being honest. There's something about the new year that I think calls everybody to this big change, this starting over. It's fun. It's a fun energy, and only you can make it happen. That's the one thing about hard decisions. It's like, fuck, I just want people to choose it for me. I want someone to make all the decisions for me, and I want to be a little baby who sits here. Guess what? That's not how it works. And you're going to be a little baby forever if you never make a choice for yourself. Like, sometimes you just got to make those fucking choices and rip the Band-Aid off and go forth with what feels good and what feels right in your soul. Because those hard choices, you'll look back in the future and go, you know what? It was hard, but it was so cathartic and it was so nice. And looking back at like 19-year-old Hannah who decided to do that, I'm like, I know at the time it was like tumultuous, but looking back, I'm like, thank God. Ugh, what a good feeling. What a nice feeling to know I was brave enough to stand up for what I needed and to go forth without hesitation. Actually, with a lot of hesitation, but I like to think no hesitation. Speaking of goal setting and just looking towards the new year, I feel like everybody makes these big, long New Year's lists, which I'll be doing, don't you worry. And I'll share that with you all on next week's episode as we kind of focus on New Year's Eve a little bit more and the new year in general. But I want to talk about goal setting and actually sticking to your goals, because I was looking at my last year's list and I had some fantastic goals on there, like being in the best shape of your life and then never going to the gym all year. So let's get real on how to set goals that you're actually going to achieve. Number one, you need to set at least one goal that is something you can do every day. And I'm not talking, oh, I need to go to the gym every day. Oh, I need to eat the healthiest I've ever eaten every day. This should not be a big, lofty goal. You want to know what my one easy, like almost daily goal or at least weekly goal is for myself. The one goal that I know I can achieve at the very least, like every day or every other day. Give more compliments. Yeah. Yes. Hello. Easiest goal to achieve ever. And I was like, damn, every time I give somebody a compliment, I'm very genuine about it, but I'm like, oh my God, why don't I tell that girl her pants look nice? Why don't I say, oh my God, girl, your hair is amazing? Why don't I tell that person your jacket is fab? Okay? Like, your energy is everything. Why don't I do that? I do it sometimes, but then also I'll catch myself like, oh, I just, you know? It's like, fuck it. What do we have to lose? Every time I get a compliment in public, I'm like, thanks, queen. Oh my goodness, that's so sweet. Like every single time. Why would I hold myself back from giving a compliment? So set one goal that not only is going to make yourself feel better, make other people feel better, and is easy to achieve every single day. Maybe your one goal is like, bitch, I'm doing the dishes this year. Okay? I'm doing the dishes this year. I'm putting those dishes in the dishwasher. I'm taking them out when they're done. I'm doing the dishes this year. Maybe it's every day, every other day, I'm going to put aside $5 to my savings account, to my retirement fund. I'm going to try and drink more water. Oh, you don't like vegetables? I'm going to try every single vegetable on the planet this year. I'm going to try it, just one bite. Like something so simple seems so silly, but we've talked about this before about building up momentum and building up that energy inside of us, which then will turn into accomplishing bigger tasks with ease. If you go straight into a big task, it's going to feel very daunting. But if you have that energy and that momentum behind you, that big task will be very achievable. You have to have a goal that you know you can achieve, that you know you maybe already do. You just need to do a little bit more. That makes you feel good, maybe makes someone else feel good. Whatever it is, you need a momentum goal. One of them, okay? Maybe it's for me, it's like, oh my God, I read all the time, but I want to commit to 10 pages a day. Maybe I don't read every day. I read one book a month, but maybe not every day. I'm going to commit to 10 pages at night, every night, okay? If I miss a day, it's whatever, you know? Don't get too serious about your goals. And I don't mean that in like a they don't matter kind of way. But I've found that when I'm setting these goals, especially last year, if I fell off one day, you know, it's, oh, I need to go to the gym 3 times a week. If I went to the gym, oh, fuck, life got in the way. I forgot to go to the gym this week. It's like, well, now I'm just never going to go back to the gym. Don't take yourself too seriously. Give yourself room to be a human being, to, you know, breathe a little bit. We're all going to have off weeks. We're all going to have moments where it's like, I'm human. Okay, I'm not an AI fucking robot, although they want us to be at this fucking point. I'm going to get sick accidentally and I'm going to have to take a week off here, or maybe 2 weeks. Oh, I'm going on vacation, which means I'm not working out. Oh, I'm doing this, which means I'm not doing this. It is what it is. Life gets in the way. Allow yourself to be human. Do not be too rigid in your goals. I found that last year when I was like, best shape of my life. I'm going to the gym 5 days a week, even though I've never been to the gym. And then I miss one and I'm like, well, I'm never going back. No. Okay. Start the small goal, get the momentum going, give yourself breathing room. It's okay to be human. It's important to be human. But if you're too rigid with your goals, it almost creates this like aversion. In my head, it creates an aversion where I'm like, oh my God, the list is getting longer. It's getting more daunting. And now I'm just going to completely ignore the giant list going on in front of me or the giant task going on in front of me because it's easier to do that than face the thing. Also, when it comes to setting lofty goals for the new year, don't do more than 3. Don't do more than 3. Okay. Big. I'm talking big goals. Okay. You got big goals. I love it. I love it. All right. But don't do more than 3 because then the list gets too long. And like I said, you start avoiding the things you gotta do. For me personally, I'm probably gonna set 2 big goals. I've been on a gym kick, so I'm gonna be like, okay, let's commit to 2 yoga sessions a week. That's a big goal for me because I literally have not done that ever in my life. So yeah. Also, another big goal is like 1 painting a month. That's not a lot, okay? It's not crazy, but it's big enough that it feels like something that I can achieve, I can accomplish, and also I'm going to have to put a little effort into it. I'm still working on my goals list. I'm still working on, the ideas, the things I'm trying to accomplish, my wishes for the new year. But I'm trying to keep it short and sweet and easy and light and direct. You have to remember we're human. You have to remember there's mistakes we're going to make. Don't make goals that you want to achieve. Simplify them. It'll make your year so much easier, honestly. We talked about in the Patreon episode New Year's Eve, so let's talk about it here. I'm a big proponent of how I believe is not how you need to believe. Obviously, I just am very into the woo-woo of it all, and I truly kind of prescribed the idea that how you celebrate New Year's and how you celebrate your birthday is how you will go about the next year. It's kind of a manifestation tool. Now, if you have the worst New Year's Eve ever, that's okay. It doesn't mean you're going to have the worst year of your fucking life. If you have the worst birthday ever, doesn't mean you're going to have the worst birthday of your life. I also subscribe, whatever it is, that if you do have a bad birthday or New Year's or whatever celebration, you're just getting out the bad luck early. Okay, so be thankful. But I do kind of like to have the idea in my head that you should be intentional with your time and you should be intentional with the way you celebrate. So when I celebrate New Year's Eve, I really go about it the same way I would a manifestation tool. So I celebrate how I want to manifest the next year. So sometimes it's like party girl Hannah. I remember 3 years ago, it's like I'm going to a burlesque show. I'm wearing my shiniest mini skirt possible and my highest heels. Okay, I'm getting on stage for sure. I'm singing Lana at the top of my lungs. I'm so fucking drunk. Ass out, craziness, falling over in the streets, waking up with leaves in my hair. Was that year a mess? Yeah, absolutely. Was it a lot of fun? Yeah, absolutely. Next year, okay, flash forward, I'm staying home. Okay, I had my party year. I was like, I'm staying home. Yes, New Year's Eve. Oh my God, I'm home alone. Yeah, sometimes that's how you want to celebrate. Sometimes it's like, bitch, I'm burnt out. I want to be nonverbal on my couch with a bottle of wine and pizza. All right? I got dressed up. I took some photos because that's all I care about. I ordered myself a pizza in. I put on a movie. Me and my cat snuggled up. It was great. It was quiet. It was silent. It was joyful. That next year, peace. Peace on the world. Flash forward next year. I'm like, I liked the party aspect of that one year and how party it was, but also I liked the aspect of the year before and how chill it was. Let me see if I can crossover. So we went out to a jazz club. We spent a couple hours at the jazz club before New Year's, before it got super busy. I think we got there 8 o'clock, got our cocktails, got close to the live music, and we had a couple cocktails, enjoyed our time, cute, sexy. And then before midnight, before it got crazy, it started filling up in the bar, and we were like, let's go home. Let's run a bubble bath. Let's get some pizza. There's something about pizza on New Year's. It just hits every single time. Pizza, bottle of wine in the bubble bath. enjoying my time, resting, relaxing. Great crossover. Guess what? That next year, fantastic mix of party and chill. So however you go about it, be intentional with your time and really think about, what do I need? What am I trying to manifest? I think with big holidays, we feel a lot of pressure, especially New Year's Eve, where your friends are like, we have to party, you need to get blackout drunk, you need to go crazy. And sometimes that's just not the vibe. Sometimes you're like, actually, I don't need that. So if you're spending New Year's Eve alone or with your parents or in a chill environment, it's okay. Don't stress yourself out. Do what you need to do. Focus on what you need to do. Maybe you need a little extra self-care, a little TLC, a little alone time. That's fantastic. Sometimes that's just how it is. And as long as you're giving yourself what you need, go after it. This year, I'm in a party mood. I'm not in a blackout rolling around in the streets, waking up with leaves in my hair party mood like I was when I was 23. But I am in a party mood where I'm like, I want to be in a sexy ass red dress. Obviously, the color red looks good on me. Duh. Prada heels on. Manifested those. Just got those in the mail. Thank God. I just need to learn how to walk in heels next. Oop. Massive fur coat. Joint in between my fingers. Glass of white wine or champagne. Sitting on a couch in a club. That's all I want. Dancing here and there. Going and sitting back down. Puffing on my J. Sipping my champagne. Chic. Elegant. Hot. Mysterious. Sexy. Wise. That's what I'm going for. And then I'll come home and cook myself a pizza in the oven. That's just the one theme. I can't get the pizza out of my head. It's not New Year's Eve if there's not pizza. Truly, honestly. Or Chinese food. That's also fire. But that's what I'm going for. I want to dance with my friends. I want to take some cute photos with some girls in the bathroom. I want to sit my ass on a dirty leather couch with a joint in my hand and a glass of champagne. Sexy red dress. That's the vibe for my New Year's Eve because I'm hoping the next year is grown, chic, sexy, elegant, fun, flirty, and most importantly, hot. That's what I'm manifesting for my New Year's. So those are my New Year's Eve plans. Plan accordingly. But like I said, plan accordingly to your heart, to what you need, to what you desire. Bitch, if you want to be inside nonverbal with a face mask on, high as hell off a 20 milligram edible, I can't blame you. I can't because that sounds like a dream. But also if you're like, oh my God, I have nobody to go out with and I want to go party. Go party. Everybody's going to be out on New Year's Eve. Whatever you feel called to do is important and it's what you should do. Whatever you feel like you need to manifest in your next year is important and you should go about whichever way you prefer doing so. Either way, stay true to yourself, have fun, be hot, be sexy, and live your best life. But with that being said, I think I'm going to leave you guys on that note. That's some good energy as we go about through the rest of this year. 2025. Oh, girl, I am glad to see you go, but I am excited to see what 2026 brings us. I know I'm sorry for the short episode. Next week, I'll make it up to you guys. Like I said, my entire week is out of whack. My entire schedule's out of whack. Thus, I'm a little out of whack. But we'll be back to regularly scheduled programming next week. Questionnaire is always up on Sundays on my Instagram story, instagram.com/Hannah Marlene. If you want to see what I'm up to, see some silly videos, see some cooking videos, see some hot, sexy photos from New Year's, that's the place to do so. You can always submit your question there. You can always DM it to me. And if you're crazy, which I love you, you can go ahead and email me too. Like however you want to get to me, you can find me. Another big New Year's goal of mine is to vlog regularly every week. If you want to see some past vlogs I've done, they're on YouTube at Hannah Marlene 444. And if you want to gift yourself the gift of smoke sesh, a little more fun, a little more spirituality, journal prompts, new moon, full moon write-ups, tarot readings, extra episodes, random mind dumps that I happen to post. Those will be on the Patreon, patreon.com/smokeseshshotty. I would love to have you there. But with that being said, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and stay sane, stay sexy, and I'll see you all so soon. Mwah.